All right.
Welcome to Coach's Postgame press conference. We'll go straight into questions. Please state your name and outlet.
Ben Parker, CardinalSports.com. Coach, just kind of opening thoughts. Just how would you kind of overall evaluate this game for your team?
Yeah, I mean, we were a couple play short, and I thought it could have been in any of the three areas: special teams, offense, defense. We make one more play on any side of those balls on the ball, we probably come away with a win. But zero-sum game didn't happen. They made one more play than we did and walk away with victory.
Harold Gutman, Bay Area News Group. What went into the decision to start Elijah and then to move to Ashton?
Well, you were going to play both of them. They were going to play both and then and utilize them both. And then Ash just got hot, and I thought he played well in the run game. He ran the ball well. Didn't miss a ton of throws or many throws, and made good decisions in the pass game. So when he started playing well and we started getting in a rhythm, I just went ahead and stuck with Ashton.
Grand Avalon Channel Tree. What goes into the decision making going for that 4th and 6 on that last touchdown drive? And the analytics, do you look at team specific stats or general stats?
We do. We have the analytics is a factor which told us to go for it. I don't think we're 100% on the analytics. There's times where we don't follow it. That one was definitely said that we should go for it, and obviously it worked out. But yeah, it's a tool. It's a really good tool. But there's certain things it doesn't take into account. The rhythm of the game, weather, and those type of things. So sometimes adjust.
Just kind of talk about the interception that Ashton threw at the end of the game. Just kind of what, obviously, we were obviously hoping to get it to Alec, but just kind of what went wrong there.
Yeah, we had him earlier on a double move and one or two plays before, and the ball just kind of faded on him, and we came back to it, and I thought the free safety did a nice job. Tried to hold him with our eyes, and just probably faded a little bit too much. He didn't miss many throws today, but I thought he played his butt off, and obviously it was a nice play by 45. He's a tough kid.
How would you evaluate the defense today going against the slow man?
Yeah, I thought they did a pretty good job in that area. We got second week in a row we've had hands to the face on a quarterback after we stop him on 3rd down that resulted in points. That kind of stuff has to improve, but we had a scoop and score, 6 points. We had a tough goal line stand on the 1-yard line, kept him out of the end zone there at the end of the game, and a heck of an interception by Brandon Nicholson. So I thought we did some good things on defense. Obviously, we can play better, but I thought it was a pretty gutsy performance.
In some ways, is it more frustrating, like harder to bounce back from a loss like this versus the last couple of losses?
Yeah, I mean they're all painful, to be honest with you. It's the nature of the game that we're in. You put everything you can into a week, both as coaches, players, everyone. Our ops people, everything. And then to come up short. Yeah, I understand your question. I mean, sometimes when you're closer, it can seem like it hurts more, but honestly, when you're trying to build a program and do those things, all the losses hurt. You just got to be able to respond and be resilient and come back the next week.
Second straight week getting Sam Roush more involved in the passing game, had that one touchdown. Can you talk about what you've seen from him and the emphasis moving forward?
Yeah, Sam was always a guy that we thought could be really good in the run game and wanted to see him develop as a receiver and a pass catcher, and we've seen the growth. I mean, he's made some really tough catches in traffic, and I mean, the touchdown was one of the best efforts I've ever seen as a player or coach. It was an incredible play and effort. So he's really come around. He's going to be a really good player.
Second straight week where you guys have gotten off to some slow starts. You were down 20-0 against SMU, down 14-0 this week. Just what do you think is accounting for that? I'm wondering, what do you guys need to do to not dig yourself into?
Yeah, it's a great question, because that was a point of emphasis that we need to start out fast. Obviously, we had a breakdown protection, and the ball sailed, and they got the pick and made a play on the. Sometimes I don't see the other side of the ball's touchdowns, because I'm talking to the offense, so I didn't see that one. But just not clicking right away on offense and kind of putting our defense on a short field, hoping to go down and at least move the ball. They got off to a good start, 14-0, but I thought our guys responded. Obviously we scored, and then the defensive touchdown was big. Missed a field goal. We just did some stuff that it's hard to win. Bad coverage on the punt, missed a field goal, and then missed a couple throws, turned the ball over. You know, it's even if your defense makes those plays, if you're not on all three cylinders, you know, it's going to be difficult to win.
You guys have a fourth trip to the East Coast coming up
Yeah.
in a span of less than 2 months. Are you concerned about the effect that might have on the team?
Yeah, I haven't thought a lot about it. You know, I know it's an early kick, so we'll get out there early, a day early, and acclimate and get ready to play another good team. So, just it is what it is. I don't put a lot of thought into that other than try to get our guys fresh and get them ready to play. Hopefully we're healthy. Hopefully we didn't lose anybody there, and we'll be able to kind of bring our full team. Hopefully we'll get couple running backs back maybe next week as well.
Just talk about the value, even though you guys came up short, the value of playing a competitive, close game like this. Just what kind of lessons can you learn from playing a game like this?
No, that's why you play. You know, you if you're not winning, you want to be close or have a chance to win. And our guys, I thought they were tough. I've said all along they're super resilient. They always respond, and for that I'm really proud. Now they don't want to hear about how hard they played all the time. But I'm proud of how they responded to a deficit and coming back, and next time we got to win that game.
Any other questions for Coach?
Thank you. Go Card.
All right, we'll take questions for Todd just as we did for Coach Taylor. State your name and your office for him as well, please.
Hey, Tava, Ben Parker, CardinalSports.com. Just walk us through that touchdown that you scored. What did you see in that play?
I just got the call in, and I knew I was going to rush off the edge. During the offseason, I was trying to really practice my edge rushing, and it finally paid off. I give credit to Coach April, giving me the play, giving me the free rush, and then giving credit to the interior D lineman, creating the pressure inside and him rolling out.
Grand Avalon Channel Tree. The defense only allowed 3 points the entire second half, including a big goal line stand. What was the message in the locker room that allowed you to play that way?
We just got to execute our jobs. That was Coach April's big thing. We got to come better in the first half and just execute harder and just don't.
I asked Coach Taylor the same question, but you guys, back-to-back weeks, you guys have gotten down early in the first quarter, 21-0 last week against SMU, 14-0 this week, first quarter against Wake Forest. Just what needs to change for you guys to not dig yourself into such early holes defensively? And
we just got to start faster. We just got to execute, trust the plan, and that's it.
How would you characterize kind of the mindset of the team right now after a loss like this?
We're almost there. I feel like people can feel it, and we just got to come next week and ball out.
Just talk about what was it like kind of facing the slow mesh offense, just kind of thoughts on facing that, and what did you guys do well to prepare for that? Yeah.
I feel like, Coach April talked about it all week. We just stayed in our gaps and don't peek inside, make him bounce around. I feel like we did a pretty good job with that.
Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll finish up today's press conference with Ellen Kyle Manor. It has not been decided yet. It has not
Hey, Alec, Ben Parker, CardinalSports.com. Just kind of walk us through that final drive and that last play there. Kind of what was the design there? What was the hope? And why didn't it obviously go the way you guys were hoping it would go?
Yeah, we're just hoping we get a double move on the corner. We got him, I want to say, 2 plays before, and just missed on both ends there. And so we thought we'd get him again, and then from my perspective, I don't know, we're going to have to watch the tape and see what actually happened, but it felt like they clouded it, and so the corner just stayed underneath. The corner just stayed over the top, and so he didn't bite on the first move, right, because he's in cloud. And then the safety comes over the top into the half and picks it off right.
Grand Avalon Channel Tree. That 4th and 6, the ball got on you in a hurry. Can you just walk us through that play and the big conversion on the touchdown drive?
Yeah, I want to say Ashton got pressured there, and so the ball's coming out early, right? We only have 5 people in protection on that play. It's empty, or I guess quad, and so he got the ball out fast, and he put it in a spot where he knew that I'd be able to see it when I turned my head around, and it wouldn't be outside of my frame, and so he just put it on my body, and at that point it's just your instincts reacting. It really wasn't anything in my mind consciously that I did. My instincts just kick in there.
How does it kind of impact you? Last week Ashton starts and Elijah comes in, and this week it was kind of the opposite. Does that impact your game at all, or how do you guys kind of process the moves at quarterback?
Yeah, for receivers it really shouldn't matter too much, right? We have our own individual job to do, and whoever is at quarterback doesn't really impact what our job's going to be, right? It's going to be the same type of thing no matter who's in. And so, and I'll add that all the receivers are confident in all the quarterbacks that we have, whether it's Justin, Ashton, or Elijah. And so, to be honest, it really doesn't impact us. We just go out there and do what we're coached to do, regardless, and we'll let the coaches decide who's going to be playing quarterback, right?
Just kind of talk about what was the benefit of at least playing a competitive game after 3 or 4 straight blowouts. Just what's it like kind of finally being in a competitive game again, and just kind of how can you kind of build on the experience from a game like this?
Yeah, from my perspective, I would view every game as competitive, right? I'm competing with the people across from me, and so every snap that I go out there, it's a competitive snap. And so I really don't think there's any difference between any of the games we play, right? You want to execute on every play that you have, regardless of if you're winning, losing, or tied. And so for me, it's I perceive them as all the same.
You have a 4th trip to the East Coast coming up next weekend. Is that impacting you guys at all, the travel?
I wouldn't say so, right? We traveled last year. I guess it's a little bit farther, but we head out earlier. We get time to acclimate. And NFL teams do it all the time, and so I really don't think it's impacting us that much. And to be honest, our teachers are really good at Stanford, and they're really understanding of the demands of being an athlete. They understand that, and so whenever we need it, they help us out, and they make sure that they'll give us extra time, whether it be giving us just 1 extra day to submit an assignment or something along those lines. They're really good with that, and so I appreciate them for that. It helps us out a lot.
Any other questions for Alec? Thank you for attending tonight.
Thank you, guys.